Day 93. Make your exterior, posterior, superior. We've got 2 trisets and they're both focused on the back side of the body. Movement 1A, a split stance deadlift. You're gonna start with your feet together. You're gonna pivot your right heel out to the side, tap down the toes, and then pivot on the toe to bring the heel in line with the body. Our front leg is gonna be the working leg here, so this one. We're gonna go into our strict hip hinge here, stretching out the back of the front leg, coming back to a standing position and squeezing the glute. We're gonna perform 12 reps per side, and then we're gonna switch to the opposite side. With the load, you want to ensure that it stays down the side of the body and very close to the body. The moment that we allow the load to come forward, we're now starting to load this part of the body. We want to keep the load on the strong posterior. Movement 1B, supine, hip extension, leg curl. We're going to accumulate 20 repetitions. Feel free to keep the hips up for the entire duration or to keep the hips down as you pull back towards your bum. Movement 1C is an ankle controlled articular rotation from a quadruped position. We're going to start here. We're going to take our left knee and we're going to bend so that the heel comes a little bit closer to our bum. Once we're there, we're going to explore all of the range that our ankle has access to. So we're going to start with pulling the toes towards the shins. We're then going to think about bringing the toes and the foot towards the midline of the body. We're then going to think about moving the toes as far away from the rest of the body as we can, completing this really, really big circle, and then pointing the toes to the outside of the body, bringing them back to where they started. We're gonna complete 5 going in one direction and then 5 in the opposite direction before moving on to the opposite foot. From this position, we're taking the knee and the hip out of the equation so that we're not creating big circles falsely through other joints in the body. We're trying to isolate the ankle here. Tricep 2, exercise A. We're going to perform a single leg glute bridge. 12 repetitions per side. If you find it challenging to get to that full hip extension, you can use the other leg on the floor as a kickstand. Movement 2B is a strict hip hinge from a bilateral stance, pressing your weight to the outside of our body, hinging over and standing back up. 20 repetitions. Movement 2C, sticking with the same theme from the first tricep, we're going to work the lower leg and ankle area. We're going to perform a standing calf raise. You can either complete these flat on the ground by pressing to the end position on your toes and returning to the floor, or you can elevate the feet on an item at home or a step. You may need to hold on to something though, and then you're going to allow your heels to drop towards that deficit, and then we're going to press back up onto the toes, accumulating 20 repetitions. If today's training protocol made your exterior, posterior, superior, then give the training video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.